All right, folks, let's get started. Welcome to the special meeting of the RTM of the town of Fairfield for Monday, August 21st, 2023. Can the clerk please take the roll? Special guest Dan Roche.
Edward Bateson, Marty Fury, Melissa Longo, Amy Ruggiero, Bill Gerber, Karen McCormick, I see it there, Cindy Perham, Jeff Steele, Tom Lambert, Sharon Pistilli, Laura Carson, Michelle McCabe, Marcy Spolier, Liz Ezema, Jennifer Barahona, Josh Garskoff, Joe Siebert, Jay Walk, Steve Barris, Hannah Gale, Andrew Graceffa, Lisa Havey, John Kuhn, Mark McDermott, Jill Vergara, Karen Wackerman, Cameron Chiniski, Hank Ferentz, Jim Myers, Nick Marabla, Christine Brown, Drew Georgiadis, Margaret Horton, Kelly Cinto, Ken Estorita, Peter Britton,
Here.
Story Tallman. Oh.
And I'm here, Karen McCormick.
Thank you, Karen.
Let's stand for the pledge, please. Okay, we have the new setup not completely working here tonight, so I think the only camera is that back camera. This camera here is not working behind me to focus on the presenters, so we'll be looking at the back of people's heads. So item number 2 is to hear, consider, and act upon the following appointments to the Ethics Commission as recommended by the Board of Selectmen. Gilbert C. Donovan, Democrat, 162 Green Acre Lane, term July 2023 through 2025. Paul Fatabine, Republican, 235 Village Lane, Southport, term July 2023 to 2025. And Donald Tackwosh Place, term July 2023 to 2025. Do I have a motion to approve? Representative Zezma, seconded by Representative Graceffa. Okay, we'll start with Mr. Donovan. Please step up to the mic at that table, and you'll need to press and hold the button to speak. I mean, we have all your information, but just tell us a little bit about yourself and why you'd like to join this commission.
Sure. Well, first, I'd like to thank the RTM for hearing me, and thank, of course, the Board of Selectmen for voting to put me through to this point. I've lived in Fairfield since 1986. School social worker. I was a corporate finance person with General Electric for 23 years and had other was with other commercial banks in similar capacities. I'm now a financial planner in the town of Fairfield. I have my own practice. And my interest in the Ethics Commission comes from a long background in banking where ethics and the training for ethics and the application of ethics in every day as we conducted our jobs was paramount. I've always had an interest in, being watchful for the behavior of other public servants and whether they're conducting themselves in a manner that meets the goals that we have as a society for them to represent us in in a honest and non-conflicted way. And I've been disappointed in the past with some of the behavior of public officials. And so I'm, have been trained in matters that have to do with the ethical conduct of people in business. Also very aware of the ethics requirements in government, and wanted to provide a public service to my town. I've served on the Water Pollution Control Commission. I was with the Board of Assessment Appeals. I was a parent volunteer with the youth soccer for many years. I was the director of the sports program at St. Thomas School in the town of Fairfield for several years. It was a voted and elected position. The other parents, the parents vote for who that sports director would be. And so I've always performed in some sort of voluntary role in the town. And when I saw that this opportunity was available, I thought that this would be a good place for me at this stage in my life to pursue and to be my way of giving something back to the community.
Thank you, Chip. Any questions for Mr. Donovan? Okay. All right, Representative Vergara.
Jill Vergara, District 7. I just wanted to thank you for your past service and being willing to serve again. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Representative Zesma.
Thank you, Liz Esma, District 4 Chip. I just wanted to say the same. Thank you for your past service. I think you will add quite a bit of value to this commission, so thank you for stepping up.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, you can have it. You guys are, what, are you still in vacation mode? Representative Georgiadis.
Drew Georgiadis, District 9. Chip, thank you very much. I'm going to ask every person who sits on the Ethics Commission the same question. Do you plan on attending? Because a quorum commission is very key, and often we don't have a quorum. So do you plan on attending the meetings?
Yes, I do.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. I can let him go now. Thanks, Chip. Just have a seat for now. Mr. Fadabine?
Right button, I guess. All right, I just want to thank you for hearing me and listening to me. But basically, I've been a town resident for many years. I've been practicing law for 40 years. Seems impossible to happen. And trying to wind down my practice a little bit, to be honest, and try and slow up. Getting a little tired of doing it. But as to why I want to be on the Ethics Commission, my past public service, I like to think, was always based on need more than desire. I was in the RTM for a number of years, and it was sort of thought I can be helpful to be in the RTM. When I ran for the Board of Ed, it was the same situation. I thought I can be helpful in the Board of Ed. I'd like to believe I was. And same thing with the Ethics Commission. I think there's a need. I've always believed I was ethical and am ethical. I have to take 2 hours of continuing education in ethics, and I'm trying to put that to use. It's always nice to get some practice. Based on, I believe there was a need. I mean, and I didn't seek out necessarily to be on the Ethics Commission to return back to town government. But I'm glad I did. I think because I have a few people I have known in the past. It's nice to see them here still. And, but I have not been involved for a number of years. And it's nice in a way to get back in it and hopefully be helpful to the town.
Thank you. Any questions? Representative Georgiadis?
Drew Georgiadis, District 9, welcome. Thank you for stepping forward and thank you for your past service. My question to all people on the Ethics Commission is, do you plan on attending the meetings?
I always plan to attend. I believe the quorum is a 4, so you can't lose one member. And Ann in back of me knows my attendance from the RTM. So I don't think I missed more than a couple meetings, but she may know specifically over a period of long time. And the same thing with the Board of Ed. My attendance is of record, and I think it was very good. I don't think I missed more than a.
Okay, I'm just making sure, because it's an important issue on this commission. Thank you very much.
No, you should. It's your duty to do that. So I have no problem with answering that.
Thank you. Representative Volk?
Jay Wolk, District 5. I just want to echo some of our representatives' words about being, and thanking you for serving again. I've known Paul for many years. And then what Representative Georgiadis said, I can say that knowing Paul from the Board of Ed, you were there, I think, every meeting. So I just want to thank you. It's good seeing you again, and thank you for serving again.
Thank you for those kind words.
Thank you, Jay. Nobody else? Okay, thank you, Paul. And last but not least, Mr. Kleber. I'm wearing the wrong hat, but that's all right.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Don Kleber. I've lived in town since 1981. From 1977 to 2006, I served as a special agent in the FBI. Most of my time was spent in New York City. I did spend the last few years in Bridgeport office. On my retirement in 2006, I was governor appointed to the state gambling in the state, specifically any irregularities within the gambling industry. I made sure that the people who worked for me, that they did the backgrounds on every individual and corporate entity that did business in the state and approved them on a yearly basis. Following, when I left the state in 2017, I opened up my own private consulting firm, which I operated until the beginning of this year. As I said, I've been a resident of the town since 1981 at Tecoshi Place. During that period of time, I served on the board of Little League. I also served on Greater Bridgeport Hockey Board. I was instrumental in building the Tungus Hill Little League field, raising the funds for the field during the time period that I was on the board. That was all private money. There was some town assistance with that. And I also served for 8 years on the police commission. To answer the question about attending, I don't think I ever missed a meeting during my 8 years on the police commission. And I served as chairman during one of those years.
Thank you, Mr. Kleber.
Again, the attendance is very important on this commission, so thank you for addressing it prior to me asking. Thank you for stepping up.
Any other questions for Mr. Kleber? Representative Vergara?
Jill Vergara, District 7. From your experience, it seems like you're really well suited for this commission, so thank you for volunteering to serve. And I did see from your CV that maybe you're from New Jersey. Did you grow up in New Jersey?
I did. I spent most of my take-home pay in the early years in New Jersey. And, then the FBI called and took me to Virginia, where I lived for a number of years. Then I ended up in Fairfield, but like I said, I worked in New York City most of my time. I was more crimes, but I also had a lot of other interesting experiences.
It seems like it, and it's nice to see a fellow New Jerseyan here. Not many of us around here, so.
Not many people say that.
Thank you. Any other questions? All right, Mr. Kleber, you can take a seat. Thank you. Any public comment? All right, seeing none, any other further comments from the body? All right, so we're going to go to the vote now to hear, consider, and act. C. Donovan, Paul Fatabine, and Donald R. Kleber. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
Abstentions? Congratulations, gentlemen, and thank you for stepping up and volunteering. We welcome you to the Ethics Commission. Okay. Item number 3, to hear, consider, and act upon the following appointment to the FairTV Commission as recommended by the Board of Selectmen, postponed from the June 26, 2023 regular meeting. Paul R. Foley, Republican, 175 Old Spring Road, term July 2023 to 2026, to fill vacancy created by the resignation of Anne Marie. Representative Wackerman, second by Representative Siebert. Is Mr. Foley here? Is Mr. Foley online? Can I ask who the guest is online?
Mark, it might be me. It's Tom Lambert, District 3. I don't know if I'm logged in as a guest or myself.
Okay, thank you. Who is call-in user 8? Okay, any comments from the body on Mr. Foley? Representative Spolier?
Representative Spolier, District 4. Unfortunately, I believe if we don't vote today, this automatically goes through as him being on the committee as per the rules. So if we table this yet again, he will be on the committee. has not shown, and we do not know the reason, and it's a very important committee, I will be voting no, unfortunately. I'm sure he's well-intended, but unfortunately, I'll have to vote no.
Thank you. Representative Bateson.
It's in District 1. I didn't know that rule. Is that specific to the FairTV Commission?
No, the rule, and I didn't know this either, once the Board of Selectmen approves applicants, candidates, they can't come to us in anything less than 10 days, so that was a problem in June. But in fact, you only have 60 days to vote on them. Otherwise, they are automatically approved for their respective boards or commissions.
So what happens if this body votes no on the appointment? Does he go on anyway?
Not if we vote no. You know, if it's 21, vote just no votes.
Did you get any emails from him? Were you expecting him here tonight?
Yes, expecting him here tonight.
So it was confirmed attendance?
Yes, by Betsy.
Okay.
And this is the second meeting he missed. Representative Gerber.
Yeah, Bill Gerber, District 2. I'd be inclined to vote no as well, only because, you know, I watched the FairTV Commission meeting, and I actually may not have been a meeting because they didn't have a quorum, and the chairman was really frustrated that they couldn't get a quorum. So I think we need people that are going to show up to that commission, really for their sake. They seemed pretty upset about it.
Thank you. Any other comment? Representative Volk?
Representative Wolk from District 5. So he doesn't show up here, and going to Representative Georgiadis's question, if he can't show up here, how do we know he's going to show up at the commission meeting, at his meetings? This isn't new, what's going on with the FairTV commission. They haven't been getting a quorum for quite some time. It's not just happened this time and not happened in a long time. It's been going on for quite some time. So for various reasons, people have their lives and they can't make the meeting. But I mean, I was just recently on a WebEx meeting with them. I don't even know how they held the meeting. They didn't have a quorum. And yet Mr. Bremer was there discussing something about the FairTV filming the trial that's coming up. So I'm not quite sure, you know, where this is leading to, but it has been a problem for a while, and we do need people on the FairTV committee. I mean, I tried to go on, but I'm on the RTM, so I can't by the charter. So hopefully we can find some decent people that want to go to these meetings. Thank you.
Thank you. Representative Astorita.
Yeah, so I just want to confirm. So this individual had confirmed that he would be attending in June and did not show up, confirmed he would be attending tonight and did not show up.
Yeah, I was asked by the town attorney to put him on this special meeting agenda tonight.
Okay. I'm going to assume then that he committed and has not showed up, and as a result of that, in my opinion, then I'm going to vote no.
Thank you. Representative Bateson.
Hey, Basin District 1. I just want to clarify the timeline. We can't table this till next week? I'm sorry, I don't have the charter or anything in front of me, so I'm assuming that what you guys are saying is correct. I really want to give the guy the benefit of the doubt. So if next Monday is a meeting, RTM meeting, if we could table it till then, I just want to make sure we're not missing a deadline. I want to make sure we can't squeak him in under the window.
I don't know the exact date when the BOS approved him.
Neither do I. I wasn't prepared.
So, I mean, it had to have been either.
Isn't this special meeting because?
He was originally on the agenda for next week, and the town attorney asked me to move him to the special meeting tonight.
Mr. Moderator?
Yes, Mr. Baldwin.
Yes, I can tell you with some certainty, although I haven't looked at the charter, I can say that the rule about not appointing has to do with the Ethics Commission, but not other boards and commissions.
Sorry, Jim,
So
can
I
you
don't-
speak up? We can't hear you.
Sorry, can you hear me now?
It's a little better.
All right, the rule about not voting has to do with the Ethics Commission and not this body or other bodies. I'm fairly certain of that. This is coming out from left field, of course, so that's my understanding. So I don't think that you are subject to a time limitation with respect to this particular nomination. And yes, indeed, it was my understanding that this gentleman was going to make himself available to participate, but I wasn't really part of any conversations that might have happened after that. I do know that he had some personal medical issues which prevented him from attending the last few meetings, but that's the extent of my information.
Thank you. Representative Bateson.
Okay. Ed Bates on District 1. That matches what I knew we had a clock running on ethics. I didn't think it applied to FairTV, so thanks for that clarification. Based on that, I don't like saying no to individuals, especially people that step up and volunteer. I don't like that. I know I'm not happy about this second meeting either, but I would like to give him the benefit of the doubt and hear him next Monday. So I'd like to table this until next Monday, and that would be my drop dead date on that. So I would like to make a motion to postpone this to our next meeting on Monday night. I don't know the date.
July 28th?
Yes.
I mean, August 28th.
Yeah.
I wish it was July 28th.
Yeah, 8/28.
Yeah. Second? Representative Vergara. Any comments on the motion in front of us? Representative Wackerman?
Karen Wackerman, District 7. I'm just curious why the nomination was added to this agenda. It wasn't originally on it, and you said the town attorney said it needed to be. Why couldn't it be next week? Was there some other reason, or?
We wanted to get all these appointments done tonight,
Okay. Okay.
and I agreed to put them on tonight's calendar.
I think I'll be voting no on this because I think he's had several times to come, and I am sympathetic to the health issue, but anyway, thank you.
Thank you. Representative Gerber?
Bill Gerber, District 2. I just want to make the point, I think this person is replacing somebody who never showed up at a meeting, from what I recall. So this is a problem with the nominating process, in my opinion.
Thank you. Representative Georgiadis?
Drew Georgiadis, District 9. I'm going to be voting no for the amendment and voting no for him. I understand that people's lives get busy, but you can communicate, and hopefully his communication last meeting and this meeting could have been better and just said something came up, and that's what we need to know, because these quorums are essential to the town working, and this is not a good indicator of his communication or his ability to show up. Thank you.
Thank you. Representative Bastilli?
Sharon Bastilli, District 3. I served as chair of the Solid Waste and Recycling Commission for 10 years, and I did have one person who was voted on and showed up for 2 meetings and then never showed up for the rest of her term, and we had no remedy. We tried to get a hold of her to resign, and we could not fire her from the commission. So we had to operate for 2 years down a person. So we always had to have, it was extra pressure on other people where, I was in a situation with a dire family emergency that I couldn't work around, and I still managed to find my way to a meeting to get a quorum. So I very much sympathize with someone having health issues or personal issues, but if this is an indicator of how it's going to go, unfortunately, it's not in the best interest of the town to vote in favor of someone unless they can attend. Thanks.
Thank you. Representative Barahona?
Representative Barahona, District 5. I just want to reiterate Representative Gerber's point from earlier. I also watched the commission meeting and was struck by the frustration of the other committee members. And I also want to give people the benefit of the doubt, and things come up. But unfortunately, we risk burning out the people who have committed and are showing up because they don't have a quorum and they can't proceed. And so we risk losing those people who have committed and are showing up if we move forward and we have someone who doesn't. So I will be voting no as well.
Representative Spolier?
Representative Spolier, District 4. I'm not sure if, so if we vote no on him, then the first select person will have to pick another person and it'll have to go through the Board of Selectmen again. So I'm wondering, does anybody know when the next Board of Selectmen meeting is from a timeline? Because if it's next, Monday or anything, I might be prone to wait a week if there's going to be no action, but I would like to implore the first select woman to start looking at the candidates because we need somebody on this board yesterday.
Jim Baldwin, Town Attorney, the next Board of Selectmen meeting, other than anything that might be scheduled as a special meeting, is September 11th.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments on the item before us to table this? I personally think a week's not going to matter. I think we give him, 3 strikes, you're out, one more shot. He doesn't show up next week. It's not going to matter whether we vote no tonight or no next week. So that's my personal opinion. So we're going to, any other comments before we take this to a vote?
Mr. Moderator, I put in the chat that I'd like to make a comment.
Sorry, hold on. I had my calendar up because I was counting days. Yes, Representative McCormick.
Yes, thank you. So Representative McCormick, District 2, I feel very strongly that we're in a time in our town and quite frankly, just in government and volunteerism in government these days where it's very, very difficult to find people that want to put in the work. And I don't know that Mr. Foley is one of those people. He very well may be. And I think due to the time commitment of all of our volunteers, I think we should definitely give him at least one more shot to show up next week and speak to, his level of dedication to be a member of this commission and to show up regularly at those meetings. I think to assume that he's not going to show up just because he didn't get here tonight, maybe there's a personal family matter, a health issue, I don't know, but I think I agree with you, Mr.
Look at
Moderator.
that. Sorry for interrupting. Mr. Foley just popped on the screen.
Oh, excellent. I will go back to my silent mode here. Thank you.
Thank you.
I withdraw my amendment.
Thank you, Representative Bateson. Mr. Foley, welcome. I think you're muted, Mr. Foley. This meeting was supposed to be over in a half an hour. How are we doing? Mr. Foley, can you call in? It seems like you're not connected to the audio. Or you don't have a microphone on your computer? I think, Ed, you want to bring your motion back.
Mr. Moderator, I'd like to withdraw my withdrawal. Didn't state the amendment.
Thank you. Any other comments on the motion to table this to August 28th at our regular meeting? Representative Spolier.
Representative Spolier, District 4. So I just want to state that hopefully he'll get that figured out and he'll be able to present himself at our committee meeting in a few minutes. And then we can vote on that at our regular meeting by tabling this to next meeting. So we will hopefully see him present in a few minutes, is my expectation if we approve this. Thank you.
I don't think that's happening, but I mean, all right, let's take it to a vote. All those in favor of the motion to table this to August 28th at our regular meeting? Aye.
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 How many ayes? That everybody get their hand up? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I get you, John?
I'm not counting.
How many no votes do we have?
Please.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Anybody online voting no? Peter, you voting no?
I'm voting with that amendment.
So you're voting yes?
Yeah.
Tom Lambert, you're voting?
Yes.
Who else? Karen McCormick, you're voting?
Yes.
Okay, and what do we have? Okay, thank you. Motion passes. Thank you, Ed. Mr. Foley, we're going to need to see you here next Monday night at 8 o'clock in the Board of Ed conference room in person, please, if possible. All right, I'm going to make a motion to adjourn. Seconded by Representative Havey. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. All right. We'll give it a minute or two. I'm going to move on to our regular scheduled committee meeting.